Let's take a look at this painting from 1742 in Rome, the Arch of Constantine. Do you notice the base of the arch? Look closely at the size of the person standing there. Where does his head reach? See it? Now compare it with a photo of the arch today. Look at the same spot where that person stood, and compare it with the size of ordinary people. Our modern people are roughly half the size of the person in that painting. That's why we have massive buildings with huge doors and windows that don't fit the scale of an average person, not to mention gigantic swords, guns, musical instruments, and tools. Think about it. Why would anyone make such enormous objects? Have you ever noticed how many ancient Egyptian drawings on papyrus or carved into stone walls depict both very small people and very tall people side by side? Doesn't that tell us something? What if the pyramids weren't built by aliens, but by very large people who once lived on this earth and were wiped out by some cataclysm? How else can you explain why enormous books were made? Too heavy for one person to lift, too awkward to read, too impractical to store. Do you think those books had huge amounts of text? Just look at the font. It's enormous. And making such massive additions required far more material than any normal-sized book. Maybe these were the very inhabitants we now only see in statues and engravings, the ones we usually don't pay much attention to. Look at those athletes, with horses only reaching their waistline, or the gods of Egypt, towering above ordinary people depicted right beside them, no higher than their knees. Of course, many will say these statues are just allegories, symbolic representations, but what if in those times, these statues and engravings weren't symbolic at all? What if there's more common sense in these depictions than historians or art experts want to admit? The lion is as small as a house dog, an adult man is like a 5-year-old child, and even the angels only reach up to their waist. So, could it be that these were the giants to whom these books, statues, and artifacts truly belonged?